All right, a lot of people ask me, how did I create the perfect podcast room for Simply Ball Dropping? Well, let's take a look. First of all, you got to get yourself a nice little camera for your videos, right? Podcast mics, got the Rode mics. Also, MacBook Air to run everything. Then this little thing right here, Stream Deck. This Stream Deck, man, it's a powerful little tool. Headphones, Botman. I got that when I was first starting out. A company saw my podcast and they sponsored me some headphones. These little mic arms that are hooked to the table, got them off of Amazon. You see, I got the Rode mic colors. The DR cords are colored red. Then you know you got to have that Rodecaster Pro 2. This is where all the magic happens. Also, you got to have a dongle that goes to the MacBook. So that dongle got that Cam Link 4K that goes into the camera right here. And that's what bringing that 4K quality. This table was custom made by my neighbor. But this Rodecaster Pro 2, this thing is powerful. Because you know, when I do the round table talk in the Marriage Chronicles, we have guests, have a 4 thing set up. Also, my podcast phone to take phone calls. Now, the lighting, as y'all can see, a light there, a light there, and a light there. When I'm doing a full podcast with guests, I'll have all 3 of these lights on. But when I'm doing it by myself, I'll just have this light on right here. Now you got to have some ambiance, right? So my backdrop consists of old football jersey, old basketball jersey, King James, More Than a Game, Allen Iverson. Then I have the light box, which shows SBD was live on air. Then I have these ring lights. The ring lights only serve a purpose to shoot on to the ambiance to make them even stand out even more in the video. The Michael Jordan collector, Come Fly With Me. Another ring light go there. So once I'm doing a recording by myself, that's my backdrop. All that is Velcroed in. I take it off. And when I do the Marriage Chronicles and the Roundtable Talk, you see the Simply Ball Dropping backdrop. Now, when we're doing podcasts, so we'll see everything that's taking place. You see the big screen back there. We see everything up on the big screen. Now, what's key is I have floodlights too. That gives it more projection shooting off of the background. Now, this is key. Straight Ethernet, straight into the dongle that goes into the MacBook. That has a steady connection where I don't lose connection. Now, these Rode mics from Rode, you can get these off of Amazon. These are $99 a piece. The sound quality is perfect. Now also, when you hook these microphones into the Rodecaster Pro, these mics already populate inside of there. So they'll configure these for you all by themselves. So you don't have to make no adjustments. They give you the perfect sound quality. You just pick the microphone that you have that is already inside the Rodecaster Pro. So also the headsets as well. Now, when you go for the headsets, the outputs headphones, my headphones come up. Whatever headphones you're using, they'll program them to the volume that you need. Perfect. Also, I use StreamYard. StreamYard is my tutorial in my streaming service. So if we look here, I'll open up my MacBook, and y'all guys can see right here. Let me log in. All right, now I'm in there. Now, this is where the Stream Deck comes in. This is how I control all my shows and produce all my shows, because I produce the shows by myself. When I hit this StreamYard thing, watch what happens. It automatically comes up in my screen. See that? So now, when I enter the studio, now you see I come up. Enter the studio. There it is. Now, if I want to add myself to the screen, I add myself to the screen, put on my on-screen overlay, and that's how I produce my shows. Now, when I start my shows, there's a live button that I press. Go live. That it in the show. So now, if I want to bring my YouTube up, when I'm uploading videos, I just press on this. And look what happens. YouTube comes up. See that, guys? Now, I just toggle in between. But that's just a glimpse on how to create the perfect podcast when you're a podcaster to produce your shows. Now look how beautiful that looks on the screen. Like I said, when I'm running shows, live shows, the big screen will be on. All the comments, we'll see all the comments. So when I have my co-host in here, they can look on the big screen and see all the comments coming in, and they can respond to the comments while we live on air. But this is a glimpse into Simply Ball Dropping's perfect podcast setup. So if you guys are thinking about starting a podcast, this is the perfect podcast. Now, the great thing I like about these lights is they can be adjusted. You can turn them down. See that? Turn them down. Right? So that's the great thing about them. Then you can turn them back up. Turn them back up. But that's the great thing about what I like about StreamYard. Is user-friendly. I'm real thorough with the StreamYard application now. I've tried the likes of OBS, EVMux, and Ecamm. You can see I have Ecamm on there, but that's a program that I'm still trying to get familiar with to master that. Also, I use Final Cut Pro and CapCut when I'm editing my videos to upload them to YouTube. But when I go live, that's a one-trick pony. No editing on that. But yeah, that's how you complete the perfect podcast setup for your podcast. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and we're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.